Hi gentlemen, have a great day. This is page number 176, fifth chapter, boiler operation, inspection and maintenance. First question, what principal characteristics are taken into consideration in describing the operating conditions of boilers? Answer, average efficiency of a boiler for a particular operating period, net efficiency of the boiler at rated load. Availability factor means the ratio of operation time and reverse time to the calendar time. Fourth one, operation factor means the actual operating time of the boiler to the length of the calendar time, month, year considered. Capacity factor, which is the ratio of the total steam generation during operation time to the probable steam generation during calendar time at the rated steam generation capacity. Again, capacity factor, which is the ratio of the total steam generation during operation time to probable steam generation during calendar time at the rated steam generation capacity. Sixth one, average and maximum time of campaign means the operating time to failure. Question, what do you mean by boiler failure? Answer, it refers to any incident that disturbs the operating ability of a boiler. Question, when is the boiler expected to have the highest values of the indicated characteristics? Answer, boiler operating in base regime. Question, what do you mean by a monoblock unit? Answer, the boiler and the steam turbine taken as a whole are called a monoblock unit. Again, the boiler and the steam turbine taken as a whole are called a monoblock unit. Question, what do you mean by maneuverability of monoblock unit? Answer, the concept includes startup and shutdown characteristics, operating load range, the dynamic properties, the characteristics at sudden surging of load and load sheddings. Question, what do you mean by load control range? Answer, it is the load range in which the automatic control system of the boiler responds quickly to the load variations without the interference of the operating personnel. In this range, the number of burners in line is not changed, nor is any adjustment made of automatic regulators, and the composition of automatic auxiliary equipment remains the same. Question, what is the allowable load range? Answer, it includes load right from the lowest load at which the boiler can function steadily to the load at lower limit of control range. Question, how does the load vary in this range? Answer, it varies slowly. Question, what changes are affected during load variation in this allowable load range? Answer, change of composition of the auxiliary equipment. 2. Change in number of burners in line. Some automatic regulators are switched off. Question, what is the steady regime of boiler operation? Answer, it is region the steam parameters vary insignificantly at any load. Again, previous question, what are the changes or affected during load variation in the allowable load range? What are the changes or affected? Change in composition of auxiliary equipment, change in number of burners in line, some automatic regulators are switched off. Question, what is the steady regime of boiler operation? In this region, the steam parameters vary insignificantly at any load. Question, what is the unsteady regime of boiler operation? Answer, in this region, load variation and fluctuation of steam parameters occur due to internal or external disturbance. Question, which factors are responsible for internal disturbance? Answer, variation in flow rate of boiler feed water pump, boiler feed water, temperature of BFW, fuel consumption rate, combustion air flow rate, etc. Question, which factors cause external disturbance? Answer, variation in steam pressure in the steam main, load of the turbo alternator, the degree of opening of startup and shutdown device. Question, what do you mean by acceleration characteristic of a boiler? Answer: it is characteristic by virtue of which the boiler is able to change its load quickly. Question: what are the principal types of boiler shutdown? Answer: emergency shutdown, shutdown for repairing jobs with cooling of the whole or part of the boiler unit, shutdown for repairing jobs or to reserve without cooling of the boiler and steam pipelines. Question: in which cases must a boiler be shut down immediately? Answer: explosion in the furnace damaging the brickwork or pressure pots, flame extinction in the furnace, deformation of pressure pots that might invite explosion and endanger in the operating personnel, failure to ensure reliable boiler operation because of bad visibility, fire and danger of explosion, non-permissible rise of superheated steam temperature, failure of feed pumps, failure of both level gauges for drum type boilers and feed water flow meters for once through boilers. When the when the water level in the drum drops below the safety mark, or in the case of once through boilers, the supply of feed water is interrupted for more than 30s. Rupture of tubes in the water steam path, fuel burning on the heat recovery zone. This is accompanied by abnormal rise of temperature of the flue gases. Inadmissible pressure drop of gas or fuel oil burned the control valve. When there is no steam flow through the steam reheat. Next question. What do you mean by normal shutdown to hot standby? Answer: it is the normal shutdown for a relatively short spell of time while maintaining the existing pressure and temperature condition substantially. Question: what procedure is adopted over and above the normal shutdown for this purpose in the case of pulverized fuel fired drum type boilers? Answer: the normal shutdown procedure is followed except for the following. Drum pressure should not be reduced in line with unit load reduction. Water level should be kept in sight in the cage glass. Whenever water level drops out of sight, fresh makeup is to be taken to restore the water level in the cage glass. Hot air shut-off gate valve should be closed as each pulverizer is taken out service. When the cold air temperature drops to 45 degrees Celsius, the pulverized coal feeder is stopped. The pulverizer is to be run until empty and then stopped. Again, hot air shut-off gate valve should be closed as each pulverizer is taken out service. When the cold air temperature drops to 45 degrees Celsius, the pulverized coal feeder is stopped. The pulverizer is to be run until empty and then stopped. Fourth one, ID and FD fans are to be kept in line at least 5 minutes at 30% of airflow after all fires are out to purge the unit. Fifth one, all gas ducts, secondary air duct and windbox dampers are to be closed. Question: what procedure are adopted in the case of pulverized coal fired drum type boiler for normal shutdown to cold? Answer: load on the unit is gradually reduced and so is the firing rate. Steam temperature control, combustion control and feedwater control are put on auto till a point is reached when these are switched over to manual for better control. When the feeder rating on pulverizer is dropped below 50%, stabilizing fuel oil guns are put in line. The pulverizers are taken out of service when the minimum rating is reached. The pulverizers are run for 2 minutes to got totally empty. The second pulverizer is taken out of service when the feeder rating on this pulverizer reaches 40%. Soot blowers are put in line. Along with a fuel reduction, air flow is reduced to and maintained and at 30% of the maximum. As the load is being reduced, expansion movement of the unit is checked. When the last pulverizer is taken shut down, fuel, oil, guns are removed from service. As the unit goes offline, the superheater outlet vents and drains are wide opened. Desuperheating isolating valves are closed. And 12th point, ID and FD fans are kept in line for 5 minutes at 30% airflow to purge the unit after the fires are extinguished. Thank you.